Hi. I didn't say anything. I was in silence. I was in silence. For anyone's like, I can't hear you, I was in silence. This is too big. It needs to be smaller. I was worried that no one would be able to read anybody's comments, but now it will be fine. Hi. I know a lot of people I have not seen in quite a long time. I used to stream all the time, and then I haven't. But now I'm here to say hi to all of you. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to 2024. I don't know how long it's going to take me to say 2024 instead of 2023. I think it'll be, what is it? Probably 2 months of getting assimilated. Hi, Crab. I haven't seen you in so long. Hi, Steve. Hi, Mama. Hi, Technology Simple. Welcome to the stream, my guy. Yeah, I am just streaming on YouTube today. I am not doing both at the same time, which I never have. I don't want YouTube to think that that's something that I have done. I have not done that. Never. So many voided checks in the future. Well, thankfully, I don't write checks. Thankfully, that is not a case. But yes, welcome to New Year's Day Q&A with me, your girl, Charis. I have been putting out an obscene amount of content the past few weeks, as you have hopefully seen. It would be quite sad if you have not seen. I want everybody to know that I just changed my whole streaming setup. So if something goes awry, you're just gonna have to be you get what you get. You don't throw a fit kind of situation. Okay. Hi, Benny. Welcome to the stream. Happy New Year, Mama. Yeah. So I think. I think I set up a thing where you can put your questions in a little doohickey, but I don't know where to see that. So I guess just put them in the chat, because I don't know how to find that. I definitely made it, but I cannot see it. I've got some questions that people asking on my community page. I've got that's basically it. I don't think I have anything else from anywhere else. I posted on Instagram and on my Discord and all of those kinds of things. But you could just put them in the chat if anybody has any Charis questions for 2024. Or I guess the past. Could also be the past at any time. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out with my life what I want to do. And I think with just my channel in general, I mean, New Year's, we have so many plans of just world domination. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I have plans for world domination. As I say, I'm slowly building my empire brick by brick. But I think for 2024, what I'm really focusing on is less of the grind and more of I don't know, an expressing of the artist within kind of thing. And that sounds so hoity-toity and I hate it. But being more of a mindset of being an artist, because I think that's what really fulfills me. And I've put myself in a position to be able to make my own content. And so I think that's kind of one of my main goals for 2024 for sure. That is that the WWE writer? Sorry, I know I keep peeking because my microphone is closer to me than normal. Is that the WWE girl? Because I kept trying to remember. I kept trying to remember who it was that people kept saying I looked like, and it was. I think that is who that is. New fan who loved your Rush series. I love watching people react. Did my thing cut you off? Did I cut off this? Hold on. Did I cut this off? Oh wait. Reaction for the first time to music I've known for years. I don't know why it fucked up. Hold on. I'm sorry. Sorry, Mom. I was like, why can't it figure out to be shorter? Why can I not? Okay, wait, can we do this? Oh yeah, we can. Okay, great. But now you're so small. Now everything is so small. It's fine. This is really for me anyway. I'm like, wait. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed the Rush deep dive. I've done a few deep dives this year. I did in 2022, And I cannot believe it was that long ago. I did my first deep dive, and it was to the band Slipknot. And then the second deep dive I did was January of 2023. I did Avenged Sevenfold. And then I just did the Rush deep dive. So I really have not done a lot of deep dives. But they take, oh no, did I freeze? Did I freeze? No, it's buffering. Did I freeze? Or is it just me? Is it just me? My thing's like, please use a keyframe. Okay, I have like bane of my existence. What do you mean? It has been stable? It's literally not stable on my computer or my phone. She wasn't stable for us. You're literally gonna say that and then it's gonna do that. You're gonna say it and then you're gonna like curse it. You're gonna curse it. I'm just gonna keep going. And if it dies, it dies. If it dies, send me a message on Discord. Yes, but those are the 3 deep dives I've done. I haven't done that many. Have you been watching Pinky and the Brain? I haven't. World domination check. Oh, is that something that they say? World domination cheek. No, with WE person, I think you look like. Oh, the person from Bandmade. Yes. My mom just texted me. You are good. It literally is frozen on my phone. I don't know how that works. Who has always said her goal is world domination. I mean, you know, it is. One small girl dominating the world. I want to watch your Avenged Sevenfold series because I haven't gotten into them. Yes, I have a whole deep dive. There's a whole, there's a playlist. So it's not that difficult to find. Because I actually did something that organized things. Can you believe it? But there's an Avenged Sevenfold. And I went to an Avenged Sevenfold, concert in October. Yes. And that was my first metal concert I'd ever been to. I have a video. I think it's in the Avenged Sevenfold playlist. I'll make sure after this. I say that, but I won't make sure after this. But I have a video of me going to the Avenged Sevenfold concert. That was super, super fun. I would count the bands that made us as a type of deep dive. Yes. It was like, I would say like I have like series. And so like that it was a series. But yes, I didn't include that, and I should include that. You are correct. Your Slipknot deep dive is when I found your channel. Oh, well, I'm so glad you've been here for so long. They just recently took the copyright claim off of one of my videos. The most recent Slipknot reaction that I posted. I don't know when it was, but it recently happened. And I was like, whoa, can't believe it. That's amazing. I sent you a link to the Rush chicken in your limelight. If ever, yes, when I posted the most recent video where I was like, I haven't gotten videos yet. By the time that video came out, I had gotten links, but I recorded like 4 videos before I went out of town for Christmas. And so then it was, and I couldn't cut it out because I said in the middle of a reaction like a dummy. And so that was why everyone was like, why aren't you getting my links? That was why. Sorry. Carry on and post the VOD later. Oh no, Charis. You know I'm always right. Sadly, no charcuterie of the world deep dive yet. I am thinking about doing a cooking with Charis segment, but I always say I'm thinking about doing that and I don't ever do it. Have you heard of Death Chuck Schleindlers? That was my best bet. They should be your next deep dive. Happy New Year. Love your channel. Keep up the awesome work. Thank you so much. I got to figure out, because it's like, there's a few like things that have to qualify because like, I don't know. It's so hard to like track growth with these things, but like everybody's like, oh, do you already know what you're going to do next? And like, is next month going to be a deep dive? And like the problem with my life and doing the deep dives every single month is that there's a pros and a cons, because the pro is that I am hyper organized because I like have to be, right? So I have to make like a schedule of like everything. So I'm hyper organized and know what I'm doing. But also like it takes so much mental energy to be hyper organized that it's like I feel like I'm doing so much work, and then I feel like I need to be ahead and like all of these kinds of things. And so it's really just a life balance thing. And so it's hard to continuously do the deep dives every single week. And I want to make original content, which is like my thing I've been talking about, wanting to be my main kind of income, it would be income, but my main kind of content would be doing deep dives and doing original content. Sorry, I'm all over the place. It's okay. New year, new me. I want to hear about the Possum. Okay. Their legendary and influential band, Death. Well, that'll be easy to remember. Death. Have you heard of Doth? For my mom is talking about, my mom's, if anybody didn't know, Misha Renee is my mom. Because I keep saying mom instead of referring to this person's username. So I want to say hi to my mom in the chat. I put in Discord about people asking me questions, and they're like, can we ask questions to your mom? And I was like, well, she will probably be there. And if you ask her questions, she will probably answer them if you ask her questions. This is very important and influential, but I'm not sure how big a draw they'd be. That's not the only reason to do a series. Maybe they could be a band for bands who made us. Yes. The thing with the bands who made us thing, I'm drinking water with lemon in it. I'm drinking water with lemon. Just in a random cup. Hydration station, my guy. Yeah, so the bands that made us was really hard because, I don't have a lot of frame of reference. And so like, I'm like asking other people what they think, and they probably have like a certain like point of view, and I could ask y'all and y'all could give me like, 75 bands to do like right now that would all be very influential in music in general. And like Rush wasn't even in the bands that made us series. They were the next reaction after I finished the series. Cause I was like, oh, I have to do Rush. I haven't done a Rush reaction. And so then I did that, and what was Tom Sawyer? Was it Tom? No. Yeah, it was Tom Sawyer was my first Rush reaction, I think. Yeah, like Megadeth was in there, and those kind of things. But then, I have bands in there like AC/DC and Black Sabbath that just blocked my videos after a month. And I was like, I don't want to do that, because it's like a month, like, it's like, so that's complicated, because it's like, okay, I make the video, it gets 20,000 views. That's good for me. Like, regardless if it gets like blocked afterwards, it's still good for me. But because like I am proud of my body of work, and I want to have a body of work, and like, you look at all these reactions I've done, right? And because I wanted to be a standalone series of the bands that made us, it was just really annoying that they blocked it. So I can't do those bands anymore because they're going to block my shit, and I don't want to do that. But yeah, so New Year's Eve, I went to Talupa, Georgia, and they do a possum drop there. And there were 13,000 people there. I did not think that. We took a shuttle from like one place to another. I did not know. My best friend was coming to town, and he was like, this is what I want to do, is go to this possum drop. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And so we literally drove there, and we took this shuttle, and we went and we saw a possum in a like light up peach, and he dropped, but he was taxidermied. But then they had like a little kids one that happened at 9. That was like a plushie. That was kind of cute. You should definitely do your homework on Death, though. Tragic, but their work is inspiring. At least check out their album art. Oh, for sure. Do they take the money when blocked? Wise wizard, I don't make money off of reaction videos. They take the money even when it's not blocked. Cries. It's like Nick Nocturnal has a video about how much money he would make, because like sometimes bands will whitelist the videos, and so then you can make money off of them. But Nick Nocturnal has a video where he talks about how he would have over like $200,000 in gross income based off of his reaction videos if they didn't get blocked. And I was like, man, I feel that so hard. I feel that so hard in my soul. I feel it so hard. But yeah, so yes. So if you want to join my Patreon, that'd be great. Don't rush the Duck Squad. Don't rush the Duck Squad. I like it. The band, yes. Yeah, I've had yes in my comments a couple of times. I've had a lot of bands. I've had a lot of bands in my comments. I wanted to do well, Korn was on the top of my list for a minute, but it's always like if I can find a band that like when I did the bands that made us, like this is probably not 100% true because I'm basing this off of memory, but I think Megadeth and Slayer, like they don't have the same, because they're older bands, they don't have the same kind of like legal team that goes and copyright claims all of their stuff. And so I was able to actually make money off of those reactions. So I think like the month I did that, I made like the most money on YouTube that I'd ever made, because I had like 3 videos that did really well that I was able to keep the ad revenue on. I was like, oh, okay, great. Would Mama S like to share any young Charis stories? Oh my gosh, please do. Say yes to the band, yes. What if I said no to the band, yes? What if it's no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, yes, no. You should check out a newer band that's been influenced a lot by Rush. Their name is Why Not? Yes, song roundabout. What was the genre of music that you gravitated towards growing up, excluding musicals? Oh, I really like soul music. Like I really like jazz soul music, like Billy, like old jazz, like Billie Holiday and Ella Fitzgerald, and yeah, I feel like because my like singing voice is not, I don't know, like if I was in the 50s, I would have been, I would have been the ideal vocal type. But now we're in like this, like, everybody's got to sing high, and all girls got to be belters that sing high. And I'm a belter, but I don't get up there that high that easily, especially post vocal injury. And so I always really gravitated towards those kind of like Amy Winehouse kind of voices. So yeah, I always say that like soul music, like jazz, that's like that's my favorite genre. Guys, there's a suggestion box on Discord for a reason. Be sure to drop the links in there as well. Yes, and then there should be a link. There's a link in literally every single one of my YouTube video descriptions to join the Discord, so you can do that. Soul music like Len Miller and Frank Sinatra. Well, when she was a baby, I could never put her down, or she would scream. Oh yeah, I thought this was an octopus. I thought this little emote was an octopus. I'm reading them on my phone in case that wasn't clear. But yes, if you want to give me a suggestion that will not escape into the ether, join my Discord and put it in the Discord channel, or join my Patreon. Put it in there. Dave is kind of little a-hole by reputation, but considering he started in Metallica and was kicked out for excessive drinking, which is hilarious. Yes, no, I definitely learned that in my, during my reaction. They're like, you was in Metallica. And I was like, oh God. It's possible to take 10 metalheads and ask them to come up with their personal inspiration top 10 and get 10 different top 10. So many genres, so many bands, and all various. Yes, yeah, and like everything is influential. Like, and because like I would love to do a Queen reaction, because I think Queen is like so influential in music just in general, especially male voices, like what we expect of male voices now in like in, I don't know if we could call them all rock bands, because rock is it's very big. The genre is very large, and but I think that's such an important like godfather to all of it. But I am concerned that would get blocked. Cheers from Sweden. Hello. Have you been to Europe? I've never been to Europe. I don't have my passport. That's my like 2024 goal, is to get my passport and get the out of here. Leave. Ska. Hey, Charis, have you done a reaction to Triumph? I have not. A night with Triumph live in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. I have not. She had a blue parakeet when she was 5 and changed his name every single day. I had someone, I don't know why it got brought up, but I was saying, I thought somebody looked like a parakeet or something. I don't remember. I said something like that. And I was like, oh, I like parakeets, though. I had a parakeet when I was a kid. And they're like, what was its name? And I was like, beats me. Like, I changed its name every day. And then I found out that it flew away. And then I found out that it did not fly back, that my dad got another parakeet that looked exactly like it. And I didn't realize that until I was an adult. A solid adult. Okay, so I'm going to go to the questions that I got. Let me read this comment. Were you ever the kind of person that believed it isn't music because it doesn't have vocals, basically hating an instrumental? I remember arguing with others with this topic. Music is music. I mean, I think it's one of those things that, like, if you're going to say that music isn't music because it doesn't have vocals, then, like, Mozart and all of those people aren't musicians. So that doesn't make any sense. No. Triumph is a comparable to Rush, which their song Lay It On The Line is great. Lay it on, I'm gonna lay it on the line. Is that how it goes? Adult is a term of age, of course. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna go to these questions that I have on the YouTubes. All right. I'm not going to show it to you because I don't have that set up in my sources. So I'm just going to read them to you and you're going to say it. Okay? You look kind of French. If you learn French, you can sit at Paris Cafe ordering croissants. Okay. What's the best place in France to go? Someone told me yesterday that Paris sucks. Okay. Okay, first question. What do you do for a living? Well, I teach voice. Which I feel like a lot of people that watched my videos way back when, I feel like I used to talk about that more than I have like the past like 6 months or a year. I don't feel like I talk about how I'm like, oh yes, I teach voice, my voice students, blah, 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 blah. And so I don't know why I'm losing my train of thought so hard tonight, but new year, new me apparently. I teach voice. At a private music school kind of thing. And then I'm an actor, so I do like film and television and theater. At least I try to do as much of it as anybody will possibly let me. I actually have a show that I'm starting rehearsal tomorrow, so all day today I've been learning a New Zealand accent, and it's really hard. It is so much harder. Well, I knew it was going to be hard, but it's quite difficult because it's like a relaxed accent, so it's really difficult. And then I, make YouTube videos. So that's what I do. And then I'm like very heavily funded by Patreon and stuff like that. That is really what pays all of my bills, is those things. So once again, if you want to partake in paying my bills, you can join my Patreon. Paris is overpriced. I just heard that it's like New York City, but for Europe. So it's kind of like whatever. Et cabaret in cabaret in cabaret. Cans? Is that how you say it? Cans? Canes? I said it 2 different ways now, so you can't say yes and me know which one you meant. The latest Rush video talked about voice more. Yeah, I feel like every once in a while I get, but I also feel like I keep regurgitating. Like, I feel like you'll know because you watch a lot of my videos, but like I feel like I keep just regurgitating like the same like 3 vocal technique things. Like, it's really just open your mouth, show your teeth, raise your eyebrows, use your diaphragm, focus on your vowels. That's more than 3, but new show. What is? It's a puppet show. So I get to be, I'm a butterfly who's like a dude bro. So that's exciting. And then I get to be this little dandelion flower. And then I get to be this little New Zealand boy. So it's a puppet show. As a theater kid, You can do yes, I read. I sang cabaret. Meant to say, if you're in Georgia, it would be amazing to see you at one of the LGBT events groups here at ATL. I was at Pride last. I was at Pride the past 2 years, but I was there, and then I don't know if you know Out Front Theater Company, but that's a theater company here that's that does LGBT works, I guess is what you would call it. The Center for Charis Arts, yes. That is such a funny Atlanta theater joke. Crap, that's hilarious. I wish they would hire me there because I'm sorry, I'm peeking so bad. I wish they would hire me there because they apparently pay very well. Charis, like Cannes, the Cannes Film Festival. Oh, like Cannes. Okay. Speaking of film festivals, I need to update you guys on what's happening with death metal. I think you deserve more subs than many of the boring so-called vocal coaches with over 100K subs. I appreciate that. I'm doing everything that I know how to do, that I know how to do to get more subs. I am doing everything in my power to make that happen while also not going insane. Because I could be like some people and post like 5 videos a week, but I would have to get someone else to edit them, and then my brain doesn't work like that. My brain, that is not something that I like doing. It's not something that I don't want to. No, I say nay. CCA. I don't know what that stands for. You should do a deep dive on LGBTQ. Oh, you know what? When is I mean, because Atlanta Pride is different. What's regular Pride month? Is regular Pride month June? I think regular Pride month is June. That might be a really good idea, actually. I think that would be fun. Then I have to do Queen. I'd have to do it. Will there be a season 2 of death metal? Okay, so we'll talk about death metal, and then I'll read the rest of these comments, okay? Death metal. So I filmed it as like a proof of concept, okay? I met with my writing partner, Brewer, and I was like, okay, I have an audience of people that like my stuff, and it is music related, so let's do something that's music related and maybe metal related. And so we had this like 3-hour meeting at this coffee shop, and I was like, hey, this is something I really want to do. I'm passionate about, and I have an audience of people that will probably watch it if they like. They might like it. They might like it, maybe. And I told them, I said I wanted to be a series. So I was like, okay, we'll have a 3-part series, and then I have a friend that I think is going to make original music for it, and I have another friend who's a metal vocalist for the band Doth, and I was like, and he can scream on it and like all of those things, and somehow it all came together, and I don't know how it all came together, but it did. And so then I made it, and it was only supposed to be a 3-part series, and me and Brewer have talked about like the concept of continuing it on. I don't want to do that because I think the story is over. I think it is like a good beginning, middle, and end of the whole thing, unless you like want to have like court proceedings, everything. If you haven't watched the series, go watch it. I have a playlist that's called Death Metal. But after that, I edited it all together as like one short film. So it's like 21 minutes all together. And I edited it together and I sent it to a bunch of film festivals. And to my surprise, one of the film festivals accepted it. And there's a bunch in like the next year that could accept it that they just aren't, their deadlines haven't happened yet. So it could be a bunch more. But I just went on this website and submitted it to every like free film festival that I could possibly find. And in every country. And this one in England that happens at Pinewood Studios, which is basically the Hollywood Studios of England. They accepted it into 2 rounds of their short film. And then I just got an email last night that says I sent it to Brewer, and I was like, the guy that wrote Death Metal, and I was like, I don't know what this means, but Happy New Year. It says, hi there, your film has been included in the Trailblazers short page of the festival. And they're like, register here. And they're like, keep an eye out for further details regarding the festival. And I was like, okay, great, awesome. And so I emailed them today, and I was like, hey, I was just wondering, like, what does that mean? Like, what does it mean? Like, like, that sounds cool. But like, I looked at it, and the first round of the festival that I was in from the beginning of the December to the beginning of January, that's over tomorrow, there was like 115 submissions, and this one has 58 submissions. And so I'm thinking that maybe this is like a second round of the festival. But that's very cool, because I literally just submitted it on a whim. But then I was rewatching it today, and I was like, you know what? This shit's actually really good. So one of my big goals for 2024 is I want to be making more original content. That's what I want to be doing. And this is like a moment. I'm going to have like an emotional moment right here on my live stream in front of my mom. But somebody who I did not know was talking to me and was like, hey, like, what's the dream? And it's funny how, you know, that when you grew, I've been acting since I was 6 years old. Okay. I have been doing voice lessons and theater and all of those things since I was 6-7 years old. And that is over 20 years at this point, right? And when you talk about like as a kid doing those kinds of things, I don't think people like really take it seriously, but I was very serious about it. My mom can attest in the comments. I was very serious about the entire thing. And, you know, I've always taken voice lessons. I've taken acting lessons. I've taken dance. I like done the whole thing. I'm still a strong mover though. And, so when someone asked me this, I was like, you know, what I would have always said was I want to be on Broadway. Like, that's what I want to do. I want to do professional theater and do nothing else. And that to be my world. But now I've created this thing on YouTube where I have an audience of people who, like actually like me as a person. Right. And there's a lot of, you know, things about that, being a girl and being cute and all of those things and not being boring. But there's an audience of people that I have cultivated, and I don't think that any point in my career I will ever stop making YouTube videos. Like, I don't think I will ever stop. I will never do nothing. And so now the dream has to change, right? Because it's not like, oh, I just do professional theater and nothing else. And all of that. And then a lot of people here know I made a video about a vocal injury that I had in 2020, right at the beginning of COVID. And I was on vocal rest for like 4 whole months, and I like healed nodules on my vocal cords and all those kinds of things. So when that happened, I had to and that is really why I started making YouTube videos, was because of that. Because I was like, I cannot rely on my singing voice to be my meal ticket like I thought I could be doing for forever. And so yeah, so that person asked me what I would want to be doing, and I really, really loved being a producer. I used to produce theater when I lived in Florida, and I remembered loving it. And I knew when I took my first directing class in college that I was a director. I was like, I am an actor, and I love acting, and I love being on stage, and I love the art form, but I'm a director because it's everything I like without all the bullshit that I don't like about theater. And I get to tell people what to do. I mean, who doesn't love that? And so that person asked me, and I was like, you know, I didn't have a lot of time to think about it, so I really just like spoke from my heart, I think, in that moment. And I was like, I think what I want to do is I want to run a production company that is like, I want to be Tyler Perry, but Tyler Perry for women's stories. Like stories that are directed by women, written by women, like about women, like the female experience and like all those kinds of things, because we've been which is so funny because that's kind of what death metal was about a woman like writing something and it being taken over by this male-centric industry. And so it's kind of funny how, you know, art imitates life and all of those things. But like that, I said that and I was like, yeah, I want to be Tyler Perry, but for women's stories and making that happen. And I was like, and I'm thinking about it, I was like, oh, well, I have all of the resources and the ability to do that. And I was like, and Tyler Perry didn't start with anything more than what I have. Except I have almost 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. so it's just interesting. So with all that being said, in the next year, with time allotted and all of those things, I will be doing a lot more of original content. I already have something set up. For February, March, like a script already written out. So hopefully that will come out at the end of February or at the beginning of March. It's going to be super fun. It's going to be like an homage to like black and white vaudeville films, and it's going to be a short. It's going to be funny, and it's a really cool concept, and I'm very, very excited about it. So I just did a really long-winded thing to tell you that I am ever changing, as always. No, there is no consistency. You never know what to expect. You never know what to expect. Okay, we'll catch up on these comments. Are your videos all one take? Yeah, all my reaction videos are one take. I do edit them, but it's all one take. I mean, sometimes I like mess up the, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And I'm like, so sometimes I will redo it. But it is one take. I record it just like how I'm recording right now. I'm in OBS and I just record it, and I put where the chat is, I just put the little thingy there, and that's it. And I edit every single video that I have ever posted on YouTube has been edited by me. I did a comment video that I sent to somebody, and they edited it, like did a first time edit on it because they'd never edited anything before. Someone in my Discord channel, and because I was like, hey, I have 45 minutes of raw footage. Anybody want to cut this together for me? And because I cannot even conceive having the bandwidth, the spoons to do this, and so they rough cut it together. But then because I'm a micromanager about editing, so sorry, person that did it for me, I did go through and edited it again. But it was super helpful because I didn't have to edit it as much. June is regular pride. Pride. Okay, June. I'm writing this down because I think that would actually be a really good LGBTQ plus June. Great. I love that. That'd be great. Pinewood, home of the Bombfields. Right? Isn't that wild? Isn't that crazy? Like, I was looking it up, and if you win the festival, you have, it's called the Liftoff First Time Filmmakers Festival. And if you win the festival, which I do not think I'm going to win the festival, but if you do, you can literally pitch all of your concepts at Pinewood. Like, if you have an idea for a feature film, you have like an open door to go do that. But it's like super great for networking and all of those things. I was misled about what death metal was, but I enjoyed it a lot. What did you think it was? Do more original content. Thank you. I need everyone who's looking at this, you say this, I need you to watch it. I need you to comment on it. I need you to share it. I need you to do those things. Okay? Because I like the views is what makes those things continue to happen. Okay? I love you. Please, dear God. Charismatic voice deserves her recognition. Julia also, but so many channels just say, oh, I love that. Oh, I love this. Your personality that shows maybe the theatrical side, but you're real. Thank you. I really appreciate that. There's no point in this world being competitive, like comparative is what I mean. The word comparative is what I mean. Because it's like, you know, what the charismatic voice does on like every single one of her videos is like 45 minutes. My ADHD could never. So I always talk about how I do believe that all of my videos are transformative. I believe that because if I am turning a 3-minute long music video into a 14, 15, 16 long reaction video, it's transformative. And I will literally, if I have the funds, go to court to make these people pay me money. Okay? And I'm saying that because fair use law, to be able to like make money off your reaction videos, which is what the charismatic voice is able to do, she argues that it is transformative, and Tank the Tech and all of those people. And I do believe that I add something and change something, but it is because of me being me, and I don't try to pretend to be anybody else because that would be so exhausting and take a lot of time, and I've got other characters to pretend to be, let alone real people. I've seen a video she made as a kid. It was good. Favorite voice mother to keep killing it. Thank you. Charismatic voice need to advertise Charis. Well, charismatic voice literally does advertise me. My actual name is Charis. Okay? That is my legal first name. It is just a coincidence. I did not know the charismatic voice was a metal react or a music reactor. This is just a coincidence. So literally, I think that's why my videos originally did get a lot of views, was because I am funny, I guess, and because our names are so similar. So the SEO was like, are these the same people? Just remember, you make money on a flop. Fun fact, her younger brother was YouTuber first, but he quit after a few years. We literally went to VidCon together because he was a YouTuber. He was on an episode of Good Mythical Morning with Rhett and Link. This is back when we were kids. I follow channels where the content creators seem to have a strong personality. That is respect. Thank you. Charis directed all the little girls on the playground. Oh my God. And they did not like me for that. Let's see your all's here. Charis Bowie. You can watch or edit them. I used to edit my reaction videos on Twitch all the time. I need to get back on with. I'm sorry. We will see how that goes. Also Tank the Tech and my Swedish guitar fave. Younger brother's channel. It's Jared. It's Jared Sellick. I think it's just Jared, and then my last name is my username. But you can watch all the skits that we used to make, and it's quite funny. I watched each episode 4 times. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Thank you. I thought it was going to be a deep dive on death metal. I love that. Well, there was like comments that were like, I just realized that you're not saying who you are. I'm watching this and I'm realizing that you're calling yourself a different name. It's original scripted content, I guess is what I should be calling it. Go to see your original content because your Death Note series was cool. Thank you very much. Sing your lowest note. Oh God. I have my piano here, but not right now. Love you. Not right now. I love your actions and your real feelings on videos, and you keep it real. Thank you, Joe. Happy New Year, Joe. Check is all the best. That's why videos have been shit recently. Neurodivergent people take great pride in quality and will take over the world. I'm autistic. There we go. Well, it's like funny because I had a hard time, like if I'm like, oh, I'm neurodivergent, right? And I say that, then because I am not on the autism spectrum, at least not that I've been diagnosed with ever, right? And so like when people say that generally, like being neurodivergent, originally I think it was when people were on the spectrum. And so, but when I say it, I'm like, well, I mean, I have ADHD that is like bad. Not the worst I've ever seen. I've seen other people that are creators that is rough. But I'm also like really dyslexic. And so I'm like, well, obviously if I've got those two things like swirling around in my brain, I am divergent. I am not on the same equilibrium as everyone else if I'm having those things happening to my brain. So I've gotten a lot better at being like, oh yeah, us neurodivergent people. Me, I am a neurodivergent. I am off the beaten path. ADHD is better than Tris. Yes. You should check Norwegian black metal. They are weird for real, or a few of them are, but I love the music. I need to do another Tool. Tool was another band I was thinking about doing a deep dive on. My last Tool reaction, I was like, give me your weirdest Tool song. And one of my friend Josh that took me to the Avenged Sevenfold concert, he was like, dude, if you do a Tool reaction, you are going to get so many the neckbeards in the comments, just like giving you so much garbage every day for everything you say. Oh, really? That makes you a seriously inspirational woman. Oh, dude, I literally could not read until I was in like the 5th grade. I could read, but I couldn't actively read. My parents didn't realize that I had dyslexia because I would read the like books. So they would have like the children's books, and I would deduce what's happening based off of the pictures. So the sentence would say like, the fox runs down the road. And I would say, like, the fox walks down the street. And they'd be like, why are you? And I was literally just like using contextual clues about what I was seeing. Like as like a 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 8, 9. Okay, now the stream croaked. See, and now it's on my phone being fine. And now it's back. Okay, listen, as long as it comes back, that's fine. We can go in and out and it can be fine. That's fine. As long as we are okay as long as we come back. But yeah, so I could not read for quite some time. Am I? No. I just changed no. Oh God. Okay. I was trying to get my phone to be in the right spot. I have a son who is minimally autistic and who has really bad ADHD. So I'm sincere when I say you're inspirational. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm just trying to live life. Do you have a fave theater or opera? Oh God, like a favorite musical and a favorite opera? I mean, my favorite musical is this musical called Ragtime, which when I tell everybody, they're like, what? That's confusing. And the reason why it's my favorite musical is because it's about Annie Saved You. Oh, I didn't finish the story. I didn't finish the dyslexia story. But my favorite musical is Ragtime. It is about the turn of the century of not the 2000s, but the turn of the century of the 1900s. And it's about immigration and like Jewish immigrants and like African American struggle in the United States, and about like upper class white people and the integration of all of those things. And it is such a beautiful musical. If you just listen to it, it's kind of trash. But when you see it, it's so beautiful. And I remember watching that musical, watching the National Broadway tour and crying and literally making huge life decisions during watching that musical. And it is one of my favorite ever. Yes. So when I was a kid, I, had been doing musicals and stuff since I was, like I said, 6, 7 years old. And we moved to New Hampshire when I was 6. And that was where I met my best friend, Joel, whose family did was very an arts family. And so he took me to my first musical. And then I started auditioning for musicals and started auditioning for plays and all that stuff. But I couldn't read the sides. And I auditioned for Annie. I got called in and I sang Inner Planet Janet from Schoolhouse Rock. Inner Planet Janet, she's a galaxy girl, a supersonic miss from a future world. And which was my audition song for a long time, if you couldn't tell. And I got called back, and then I went into, and this was before they emailed you sides. They email you sides now, so I could have, in theory, thrived in this environment, just got off book and learned it. But I went in there, and I could not read the sides. Like, I just couldn't, like, make any choices. I was like this, and I was like trying, like sounding out the words as I was going, and obviously was very nervous because I'm a kid doing something I know I can't do and I know I'm not good at. And I even now, when I'm in readings for like plays, when it's about to be my turn to read, I get this like residual panic because I like remember, like my nervous system remembers what it's like to be in class and the teacher calls on you to read, and everyone struggles and everyone is, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, so I did Annie, and that happened, and I was really mad about it. And then I auditioned for Our Town, and the same thing happened, and my little brother got a better part than I did, and I was like, this cannot stand. And so then my parents thankfully helped me significantly and changed my life, and were able to get me a tutor that like really helped me. And that is the only reason that I know how to read now. So the only reason I know how to read now is because I wanted to be an actor. True story. You can do anything if you set your mind to it. Neurodivergent covers so much and can be incredibly fortunate or a nightmare. I think notice age 50, all challenging but brilliant when you achieve. Right. And it's funny, like how many, especially with dyslexia, like how many like business minds and creative minds and how those people have dyslexia. And I think dyslexia is a lot more common than people think, but it also annoys me because people be like, oh my God, I'm so dyslexic too. And I'm like, oh, when you're tired, can you like, did the words move on the page? Like when I am actively tired, like people have seen it, you may have seen it tonight, but if I'm tired and I'm reading comments, I will like mix things up and I'll say them out of order because my brain is like processing the information too quickly or something like that. And I will just swerve. This cannot stand. My favorite musical, Sweeney Todd. Sweeney Todd's great. I had a dream the other day that I was on a date with Johnny Depp, and that I don't know why I had that dream, but I did. I did have a dream like that. Johnny Depp was in the movie of Sweeney Todd. That's why I say that. I cited Ragtime and Master's Thesis. What an interesting coincidence. What an interesting quinky dink. I wrote my master's thesis on immigration and life narrative memoirs. Oh, awesome. What is your master's in? You definitely travel like a rocket with your comment team. And there's never been a planet Janet hasn't seen. No, there's never been a planet Janet hasn't seen. Copyright claimed. Have you heard Helen? Oh, I don't know how to say the name. Awesome singer. She has worked some with Bjorn and Benny and ABBA. She is not average. No, I have not. I've never seen that name before, I don't think. Your reaction video to another great rock band from really wavered. Yes, all of these suggestions are incredible, amazing, wonderful. Join my Discord and put them in the suggestions box so they don't disappear into the ether of my brain. The legendary Shimmy makes an appearance. It's in English literature. Oh, awesome. Wonderful. Yeah, no, I love that musical. It's a great musical. It is a life-changing musical, and I will be Evelyn Nesbit one day. I will be the girl on a swing one day, which will only be a reference that people will know if they've seen the movie. What are your goals for 2024? What are your goals for 2024? This is a question that Wise Wizard asked me this. Who was in here a minute ago, if he's still in here. Wise Wizard. My goals for 2024 is, I think this year I was able to like do some stepping stones just with my career that were really helpful. And I think reminded me that I am, this is going to sound really sad, but reminded me that I am like a talented person and reminded me that like I am in the industry I'm supposed to be in and that I have something to offer. And has been a hard road to get there since moving to Atlanta. And I think for this next year, my main goal for me is to be less of begging people for opportunities and more of asking people for what I want and making my own way. So a big thing I want to do is do more directing for theater and do more directing for original content, so stuff on my channel, because I do think that is one of my great strengths, and I think that I've just been trying to like claw my way to like anybody giving me any opportunities since I've been here. And so this is my big thing, is to just like revel in like I am an artist and I'm talented and like I can do this shit as long as and I can make my own opportunities. I don't need people to make opportunities for me because they will not do that. What's your favorite book? Ooh, my favorite book? Can I say my favorite play? Because that's a script. My favorite play is my favorite book. I don't know. I don't read. I'm dyslexic. My favorite book is my favorite play is, there's two. So one of my favorite plays is called How I Learned to Drive. It's a Paula Vogel play. And it's one of my like dream roles. If you have never seen that play, it is a great play. And then my other favorite play is The Whipping Man by Matthew Lopez, not Michael, Matthew Lopez. Matthew Lopez. Okay. is fire. Check it out if you like singing. I like this. Create your own opportunities. You have the skills to pay the bills, but you may have to slap some sensitive people so they see it too. Exactly. And I think that's everybody. And that's why everybody says that every industry is networking, you know? Children's picture books count too. Oh, I don't even know. I don't know. This is my my main thing, because like sometimes people be like, yeah, Charis is great. What do you like to read? And I'm like, I don't read. I read plays. If I read something, I read plays. What's your favorite movie? I always say, when I answer this question, I always say that my favorite movie is The Prestige with Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale. I always say that's my favorite movie. However, I think my true favorite movie is probably the Lord of the Rings trilogy, because that's like the only thing that I'll like rewatch over and over and over again. Pete the Cat, Scooby John Jones. I know not reading is like my one flaw, and every year I'm like, I'm gonna read more, and I'll buy plays and stuff, and I'll be like, I'm gonna read all these plays. I still have new plays that I bought when I went to New York this summer that I have not read. I love Sweetie Todd. Sweetie Todd for the win. Okay. I generally love Skippy. No cap. I like how you use no cap properly in the sentence, Crab. Why not react to all genres of music? That's another question that I got. SEO is a great answer for that. The Lion, the Witch, and Wardrobe. I did. I used to listen to, I did. I used to listen to a lot of those, the C.S. Lewis books, Lion, Witch, the Wardrobe, the Magician's Nephew, all of those books. But okay, why not react to all genres? I don't react to all genres because the SEO doesn't like it when you do new things. So if I'm going to do new things, it's going to be stuff that like I want to make. It's like stuff that is like something I want to make. So I did a little Nas X reaction. I even did the reaction to the Spirit Box Meg Thee Stallion video, which I thought was gonna do really well because it like just come out, and I thought that would be like a big deal. Nobody cared. So those are different genres, and they just don't do well. They don't do well. So that's mostly why. But I don't know. I mean, like rock is like my general genre, I guess. It used to be. I used to say it was just metal, but now I think it's broader than that. She used to listen to Twitch grammar is my specialty. You're funny. Have you read or seen M. Butterfly? I love it. I don't think I have. She did a rap reaction not too long ago. What is your favorite song, any genre? Oh my God, my favorite genre, any genre? My favorite song? My favorite song right now is I don't know. Probably something Amy Winehouse, probably. Something Amy Winehouse, probably, maybe. I don't know. My favorite song in any genre. I don't know. I love Out Tonight from the musical Rent. I love You Are What You Own from Rent. I love, I don't know. Like asking who's your favorite kid. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. This is going to hurt my soul. Not Madame Butterfly. What do y'all think of punk rock reactions? Have I done punk rock reactions? What do you think would consider that? M. Butterfly is a play, by the way. Oh. All right. And then AJ Seller says, any tips for first-time theater actors? I think for first-time theater actors, like it's your first time, like okay, here's a situation. So like it's the first time ever auditioning for a play. Okay? I always tell this to my students if we're like coaching for something. I'm like, you are not in control of what the people. Okay, no. My main piece of advice is that when you go into an audition, the person on the other side of the table wants you to do well. And I think a lot of times we get in our heads, it doesn't matter what level you're at, you get in your head that they are like out to get you and they're judging you and they don't want you to do well. But if you're going, especially if you're going out for like community theater, that person wants you to be their diamond in the rough. They want you to be talented. So there's going to be nerves and all kinds of stuff, but just knowing that that person wants to find a place for you. They want you to be great. I think that is a huge thing. I think that's a huge thing. Yeah, that's what I would say is for first time theater actors, if you're auditioning, yeah, and just be prepared. Like, it takes a lot longer to learn lines than you think it does. So give yourself time, okay? And there's really not any rules. So like, have fun. It's all about having fun. NYS. Okay, didn't hurt too bad. How do you feel about Rock of Ages? I've never seen Rock of Ages. I know. I've also never seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Can you believe that? I've never seen the play or the movie. Isn't that wild? I need to. Black Five's a great punk band. Are you a fan of the Critical Drinker? I don't know what the Critical Drinker is, Bridge. Please tell me what that is. Sorry, have to leave because it's 3 a.m. in Germany. You're crazy, but I love it. Bye, Martin. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really, really appreciate you coming, even though it was so late. Thank you. Bad Brains 2, another punk band, a song from the film, and the woman is beat by her husband as finally stands up. Strong stuff. Man. A legend. A legend. A legend. All right, another question. Oh, this is from Steve. Did you already ask me this question? Steve said, your moniker is Theater Kid. Why? You've probably answered it several times already, but I've been following you for a few months. Like, what do you do? And I hope you don't stop. Like what you do and hope you don't stop. Yeah, I am a theater kid because I was a theater kid. I am a theater kid because I was a theater kid. Oh, shit. Sorry. I moved something. And die on their own. I wonder what they said. Yeah, but I'm a theater kid because I have been doing theater since I was a small child. What's your advice in getting into theater as a writer? Oh, that is a great question. As a writer, I mean, there's like I don't know. I know somebody who is a writer for those things, and it's weird when I'm in Atlanta because it's like so much stuff is film related here. I don't know. I think with writing, I think it's so much it's easier. I was talking to somebody about this recently because it's so much easier, but it's also so much harder because like your art is like right there. Like it is, people can pick it apart like every comma, you know? So it's so personal. So yeah, I do not know, but I think there's probably a lot of resources online to figure that out. That would be my advice, is to look it up online. And if you have like a group of friends together, to read it out loud, to hear how it sounds out loud, because a lot of times, like with stuff that's supposed to be performed, hearing it out loud is going to be so much different than on the page, and I don't think it is not the same. It is not the same. Okay, a segment of Rock of Age reaction series needs to happen. Or collaborators. But yeah, I think there's probably like, we used to have back home, we used to have like a co-op, like an arts co-op, and they would have like readings, like not stage readings, but like everybody would like sit on a couch and like read this play. This is someone's living room and read this play out loud to hear what it sounds like. And that's what I would advise, is to do something like that. And she still looks like a kid. Critical G is a pop culture analyst and critics movie shows and video games. I've probably seen them, but I don't know who they are right now. But I have probably seen that person. I've been on YouTube for a minute. I've been an alive person on the internet. So I feel like I have seen that person. And it sounds familiar, but I do not know exactly who they are. Truth, when auditioning, the best auditions happen when you completely relax and treat it as a practice. And it's not serious. That's when I always had my best. Exactly, David. David. So I feel like people always say that like you give your best performances where you're comfortable, but you're not always going to be comfortable. But then there's also people that say the opposite. Like Viola Davis is like, art happens in discomfort. So she like goes into every audition like needing to pee because of that reason. And I think that that's wild. Like, that's a very interesting thing. But I think it's one of those things to think about is at the end of the day, you are doing it because you enjoy it and you want to have fun, and it is fun and it is a fun thing and you get to play, and having that like spirit of play has definitely aided me. Tori Amos, have you checked her out? That sounds really familiar. Have I? Someone in the chat answer that question. I feel like that sounds really familiar. Punk bands, you could do a band who made us by starting with that and Sex Pistols. Yeah. Coming from a theater background, you should review some concert workers like The Who's, Tommy, or Pink Floyd's The Wall. I cannot believe I have not done a Pink Floyd reaction. I'm really surprised. When I was a teenager, my grandfather watched The Wall for me. My grandfather watched The Wall for me. What do you mean what do you mean he watched it for you? With you? I mean, with you? With you? Have you played Metroid Prime on GameCube, Wii, or the Switch? I haven't. That sounds like a Friends episode when Joey auditioned for Jeff Goldblum. That's funny. When will we see more of your delightful covers? More of your delightful colors. When will you see more of your delightful covers? I used to make a lot of vocal covers. And then I stopped doing it. I don't know why, but I did. I think it's because I am just not a sound mixer and they never sound right. Like when I'm mixing it all together, and it's just, if I have any kind of resistance, I just don't do something. And so, yeah, I used to have a lot of covers, a lot, and now I don't really make it anymore. But I did do a cover of White Christmas that I posted as a short on Christmas. So if you want to go see that, you can see it. Your voice is so beautiful, though. Thank you. With me. Thank you. See, I knew, Crab. I knew. She has an extras Christmas song out there. I have a lot of Christmas songs on my channel that are covers, but those are very old. But White Christmas, I want to do more covers like in my room, and like I used to do like little snippet covers on Instagram like every week, but I stopped doing that. Because I did it when I was working at one of the music schools, and I stopped working there. So there it is. Hilarious. She doesn't know. That sounds really familiar, but I don't know who that is right now. I liked your White Christmas song. Thank you. Yeah, no, I was like, I would need to sing a song for Christmas on YouTube. It needs to be there. And then I was trying to do the whole thing, but then it cut it off. So if you want to watch the full thing, it's on Instagram. Also, Sushi. Come here. Oof. Come here. Let go. Let go. Eat this sushi. I would volunteer to mix for you, but I am like 20 hours away. I could send it to you. I could send you the files. You would recognize a photo of her likely, yes. Toad the Wit. What? Sushi! Inspired local time. Cheers. Goodbye. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Happy New Year. Charis understands the deep lore of internet file transfer. I'm like, I will send it to you. I will do it. So I made a little video on Instagram. Happy New Year, Charis and Sushi. Happy New Year, Dropkicks. Welcome to the stream. I posted a video of her on I posted on oh, she yawned. Yuck. I posted a video of her, of having a chat with her. I don't know if y'all saw the video, but now it's like blowing up on Instagram. And I'm like, my little star, my little sushi star. Hey. The second problem is that I only know analytic listening before it goes to file. Well, that's not helpful to me. It's just hard. Time to nap. Goodbye. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Sushi, you don't want to be in the stream? She wants to sit on my lap all the time, except for right now. She looks so mad. She's so angry. Hey, come here. Come here. I love you. I love you, Sushi. What I do like is any video that I have put sushi in, the comments are just like, yes, sushi. I really hope. So I have this like compulsive thought sometimes, where I'm like, man, I really hope nothing bad happens to Sushi, because when she's just not in videos anymore, it's gonna break my heart when people are like, where did Sushi go? That's my compulsive thought that I think of. There's a giant bright ass ring light pointed at me. Gotta run, but thank you for reading and answering my questions. Again, really love your channel, and I really appreciate your skills in telling music and theater. Thank you so much, Frankie. Have a good night. And I appreciate you giving focus to metal music. Of course. I know how to balance out and make great quality live recordings if you do a concert tour. Well, that's nice. You'll be the first person I ask when I go on tour. Sushi's damn cute. Happy New Year to you both. Good night. Happy New Year. Good night. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Please do not. Do not eat me. Do not eat me. We have gotten to the part of the stream where I just give Sushi a voice. She's looking right into your soul. At least she was. I bet you have more raw talent than most people touring. I appreciate that. I don't know. We live in such a strange thing, like a strange world now, where it's like when I'm in musical theater, I hear all these incredible voices. And so it's just, tis what it is. Part of the stream where Sushi picks every shirt Charis has in revenge. And she's just like, goodbye. I hate you. Goodbye. What else did I put on my notes to talk about today? Say it correctly. That you call your feline fish bait. She's Sushi. Sushi is her name. New Zealand accent. Yeah, you want to hear what I have so far? It's not very good. It's not very good. I wrote some of it out phonetically. Okay. This is day one of a New Zealand accent. I Fall Out My Voice album is so good, is it? Kill and help the I got on the water level. Okay, water level. The effect I can't just start. I gotta get into it. I gotta get into the accent. Hold on. Warm again. Pesticides kill the bugs that help the garden. We learned that in school. They can affect the soil, water, wildlife, and even the plants. You want to there's like certain words that I have a hard time with. Cape, grow. And then I gotta sing in that same accent. But once I get to the affect the soil and water level, then I can like get into it. That's day one. It's hard. Wildlife, exactly. And wildlife sings in an accent. Yeah, I gotta sing in an accent, and then I gotta sing in like a chaw voice. I like that same thing. Gotta do both. Sushi looks at the camera as if she's saying, "Who are these mere mortals? Who are these people that dare look at me?" That's what I said. Yep. Yeah, I have to sing 2 songs in different voices, which is fine because I can do voices. I have voices. As an Australian, that's swinging between New Zealand and South Africa for me. Between New Zealand and South. Well, listen, I'm glad it's swinging, dude. I am so glad that it's close to being in the same like back and forth. I bought a like it's funny because I literally only have like 4 or 5 lines in an accent, and then I'm like a puppet. But I'm like, I know that it's gonna be such a pain in the butt for me. The problem is that New Zealand sounds a lot like it sounds a lot like Cockney in the way that it feels, but then like some of the noises specifically sound like a Brooklyn accent, kind of like the specific noises, not all together. But when you make it all together, then like it doesn't. It's weird. So it's very strange, and it's not like any accent I have done before, because I've done like French, and I've done Italian, and I've done British accents. I've even done a Spanish. I did a Spanish accent for a class one time, but like this is not anything close to anything that I've ever worked on before. So yeah, it's rough. It's hard for me. Listen to me for all over Europe, and I rarely hear them sing with an accent. Right, but I have to sing with like a character voice. Does that make sense? So it's not like, because we're elongating vowels, we're doing all of that. So it's like I have to sing with like the character voice. And Charis did just finish being a swing, so it's pretty clever. Original Jesus Christ. He could sing, yeah. Have you been watching Kiwi shows and movies? Yes, I've been watching Kiwi shows and movies, and I've been watching a lot of nature documentaries because I have to say ecosystem, and I am trying to find some clip of a Kiwi saying ecosystem. Like, I cannot find it. Ecosystem? Hurt the whole ecosystem. Doesn't sound right. And I can't separate the vowel sounds. There's so many vowel sounds and consonants. It's a long word. And I can't figure out how to say that one. Honestly, I get what you're saying about how Brooklyn accents can leak into New Zealand accents at times. Right, like it just, like there's, if you do the sounds by themselves, it sounds kind of like a Brooklyn accent. So like when you're doing like specific words and you're just emphasizing those like vowel sounds or the consonant sounds, it sounds like Brooklyn accent. But then the way that the accent feels, it feels like Cockney. But then the way that people, the Kiwis, people from New Zealand talk about it, they say that it feels like a Southern accent because they can do Southern accents really easy. Because it's like what there is. Because what people from New Zealand say is that when they're doing American accents, their voice gets so tired because they are over enunciating everything. And in New Zealand they just go like they don't. It's just a lazy sort of thing, sorta sweet as, you know. You can tell I've been watching a lot of stuff. There's this cousin I have a Sherman, which half the bottom half noise. My actual cousin died at 28 anniversary from AIDS. Actor is on Starlight Express. Starlight Express, not as much fun as Rent. Starlight Express. Wait, is that the one about the trains? I'm so sorry for your loss. Is that the one about the trains? There's literally a video. It's Starlight Express. That's the one about the trains, isn't it? The it's a Andrew Lloyd Webber, I think. More broken ankles. Condolences on your cousin, by the way. Andrew Lloyd Webber with singers on roller skates. Yes, that's Starlight Express. Bro, I have a literal video. One of my first videos on YouTube, I talked about how much I hate Starlight Express. But RIP your cousin, so sorry. But that's, you know, sucks. I hate that. But Starlight Express, not my favorite. Don't like that. Don't like that show. They're on trains. Call me Rusty if you like. No, I'm good. I'm good. My little brother loves that musical, and I'm just like, no, I can't get on. I could do Xanadu with the skates, but I cannot get on board. I can't get on board with the trains. I'm sure it's pretty cool when you're like seeing them like all zip around and everything, but I can't do it. I can't do it. No. I'm not doing that. I'm saying that is so sad. My condolences. But that play sucks. But my condolences. I would do Starlight Express in a minute if it put me on Broadway. Absolutely. I wouldn't, because I would kill myself on roller skates. I would die. It's you, Charis. I am you. You know. It's you, Charis. I am you. Never mind. I am you. Okay. I have answered all of the questions that I have been given, unless there's some in Discord that I don't have. No. Oh, yeah, these are from forever ago. Yes, so I've answered all of the questions that I have. If anyone has anything else for me before I gets off. Oh, wait. Did I go through this list and say all of the things? I wrote down things. I'm all around the place. Okay, I told you about original content. Deep dives. Yes, talked about that. I went to my first metal concert. Yes. Auditions, directing, production company. I talked about that. And that's something. That's all the things I wrote down. Did you check the ones the Q&A has been skimming live? I'm click on it and I don't see it. Wait. Does ending it make it? How do I check it? Oh, I see. Wait, I see. Okay, there's a whole thing here. So sorry. It takes you to ask questions. Where does this show up? It shows up here where I'm reading it under the questions. What was your favorite musical discovery of 2023? Thank you for pointing this out to me because I am dumb. She sees. Favorite music discovery of 2023. My favorite musical discovery of 2023. Let me look. Call me Rusty if you like. Now that's stuck in my head. My favorite musical discovery. I feel like I have to go through. I mean, I love M. Shadow's voice. I do. I do love M. Shadow's voice. There's a lot. This year, I feel like, was so much. I feel like there was so much. Pantera was cool. Pantera was neat. I thought that was a lot. I'm looking at my AC/DC. Oh, and my Dio reaction also got blocked. That is also on my Patreon if you want to watch that. I think the bands that made us was really my favorite and was the most, like, the biggest discovery, I guess, because there were bands I had just absolutely never heard of. So I think the bands that made us would have to be my answer, because it was just, but I don't know, dude, the Summoning, you know what I'm talking about. That Summoning, the Sleep Token song, that one was pretty cool, where they were just like, did I receive you from a sign from God? And those, you know what I mean? I did like that. That shit killed. Have you explored classic death metal? If so, which ones? Which do you like? I have not. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think I have. I don't think so. Me no thinks. Me no thinks. Son from God. Now I have that stuck in my head for a couple of months. Thanks, hologram. Ariana was an excellent lyric while high. written while. Did you have a favorite new Broadway show this year? I honestly haven't really been keeping up with the new shows because don't even figure it out. I must. I haven't really kept because I'm dying. Learn how to dance in Ohio? Something like that. My favorite play that I saw though was Life of Pi. I saw it on Broadway this summer and it was crazy. And if the tour goes anywhere near you, you need to go watch it. I was like, this is everything that's beautiful about theater all together. I loved it. What can I say except you're welcome? You're welcome. But there's a lot of new musicals, which is great. There's a lot of new musicals coming out this year, and I have not kept up with them. I have not listened to all of them yet. Check out projects from Germany called Avantasia. Lots of great singers on there from metal bands. Avantasia. I don't think that's right, but I tried my best. What can I say except for I think if we can get Charis to do Arion, it'll be a great way to drag her into other bands. Yes. If we can get, it's just like, if I can get Charis to do this, then we will. All right. Let's look at our month recap. Oh, man, they're always so dumb. They're like, here's what you got. Here's what you got up to in December. I did 9 videos. God. 22 shorts. 1 live stream. The one I'm doing. Wait. 1 live stream. It's not December. I didn't do a live stream in December, did I? I don't think that's right. And 6 posts. Your hard work is paying off. You published more and got you 30% more views than usual. Wow. People watched your channel 263,000 times. So July was when we did the bands that made us. So that's what this giant thing is July. And then, yeah, this is July. And then this is December. So, for those of you keeping track, Rushmas did not do as well as bands that made us did. That is what that means. Your channel got 48% more views than usual, but did get more views than like I would at like doing bullshit. You got a mix of new and returning viewers, 64% new, 36% returning. That's great though. I love that. They watched mostly recent uploads that were published in December for Rushmas. People didn't just watch, they reached out. So this is pretty crazy. So I've gotten 14,462 likes, 152 shares, which I don't even know what that means anymore. Like, where do people share YouTube videos? Like Reddit? Like, I don't even. And 2,100 likes. Comments. Sorry. 2,100 comments. That's a lot of comments. That's a lot. That's a lot of comments. That's just it. All right. Charis' 2023 recap. Taking a screen. Oh! I copied it. I actually turned off my phone. That wasn't what I meant to do. Hold on. I want to do the recap. The recap. Screenshotting it. Okay. Charis' 2023 recap. Can you? Just got the ring light. Okay, I'm just going to read it to you. So my total subscribers is 28,832, which is freaking crazy. Tell the croc to stop hanging the hog in the bandwidth. I did this. I had such a high download speed right before. Yes, okay. Yeah, between those two bars, that's true. That is also true. That was when I was getting my ass kicked. All right, so in 2023, I had 2.4 million views. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane. Sorry, I'm making sure everything is fine. You need upload to stream though. No, I have really high upload. Download is to stream. No. You're right. It's upload. I meant upload. You're killing me. All right, and then I had 198 uploads. But I think that also includes shorts. I don't know why, but I think it also includes shorts. And then I had 102.9 thousand likes and 10,400 comments. And my top video was Avenged Sevenfold's, the sad one. I can't remember what it's called. So far away. Charis rules, the old white man. Yep. There it is. That's my year in review. It was a lot better than last year. I can tell you that. It's like I'm figuring this shit out or something. It's like I'm figuring this out. Okay, I'm going to go. So if you say bye to me, Sticks was fun. Yee. Ask me how I know. Charis rules, old white men. Yet, how do you you know, because yeah, my demographic, that do be my demographic. Yes, if you say goodbye to me, I'll say goodbye to you in the comments. I'm going to go and eat some more Indian food and drink some more water and learn my lines. That's what I'm going to do. And maybe we'll do more lives. I'll say maybe we'll do more live streams in the future on YouTube, but I don't know that we will. I can do my very best, but I am not sure if that is what will happen. If that's what will happen. Goodbye, Charles. Happy New Year. Be sure to turn on ads for the VOD. I will. Bye. Good night, Hologram. Good night, David. Good night, Crab. Twitch stream as well. Yes. Yeah. I will do it. I won't probably do it as much as I was, but I will do it. Yes. I've got all the things. I have all the things. I need to just do it. Good night, Howard. See you later. Helter skelter in a summer swell while the birds flew off with a pull-out shelter. Thank you for the stream. Hope you have a good evening. Good night. Good night. All right, guys. I'll see you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Wherever you are. Helters. Good night, Simon. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I'm flat for some reason. I hate to leave you, but I really must say good night, sweetheart. Good night. Bum, ba, da, da, da.